before-match prediction, first of all. What do you think's going to happen?
Well, I'll tell you something, Will Apter. I really resent the rules that they made in this bout, because it's not fair to say it's a fighter against a wrestler anymore, because the demands that Muhammad Ali has made are so ridiculous to where the fighter, you might say they have him handcuffed and they have his legs cuffed too. So I still pick him to win, but I feel that it's unfair with the rules that they've changed. Muhammad Ali's allowed to hit the man even after he's down, yet the wrestler's not allowed to put on any punishing hold to where he could do any damage to Ali's arms or legs or neck. He's not allowed to use his elbows, he's not allowed to use his legs, he's not allowed to pick him up in the air and dump him. I mean, you know, all he's allowed to do is get in there and try to bring him down on the mat and gently put his shoulders down. So I resent that they went for such rules, because I just think it's unfair. And if Ali should win, to have said that a boxer beat a wrestler, it's really unfair, because a boxer beat a handcuffed man who was unable to do, wasn't allowed to do anything. Beat him. As limited as he is, I still think he'll beat him.
Okay, we'll call it round by round, Bruno. Were you surprised when you knew they'd be taking Fred Blassie in Ali's corner?
Well, I guess Ali has been trained by, you know, some wrestlers, and he asked Blassie to coach him and, you know, watch him and all that. I'm not surprised, because the likes of Blassie, you can never be surprised at anything he does.
Okay, there's the bell, Bruno. Round one.
Well, he came up, he tried with a leg trip right away, but I see myself, I wouldn't do any with that stuff, because I don't respect Ali's punches at all. I would come in around him standing up and let him try to hit me, because I wouldn't fear his punches, not want to make that body contact.
Inoki's just laying there right now.
Well, he wants Ali to stoop down, because Ali can't punch hard like that, and he figures this way he can get to her. He's trying to trip him to get him on the mat. But again, I wouldn't do that, because
Ali can catch him coming in.
Move. Yeah, Ali can. No, he can't catch him coming in because he's too low. But the thing is that Ali can step aside. After all, he is quick with his legs. But this guy, I don't know, unless he can't take a punch at all, he should come in.
Ali's kicking on the feet of Antonio Inoki now.
Well, I think there's a little clowning going on here now. I don't see this too much as a...
You consider this strategy by Inoki good or bad, really?
So far, I don't like it at all, because, you know, Ali can move, and for this leg trip business...
Seems like Inoki's missing with everything he's trying to do.
Well, it's not easy to connect from that position. But I think his strategy is, if he's low like that, Ali may have to come down trying to hit him. And if he comes down, of course, then he can maybe try to scoop something on him and get him down. And if he gets him on the mat, of course, he can do a number of things to him. But see, myself, not respecting all these punches, I wouldn't do it that way. I'd go right in on him, block, but let him take a few shots at me so I could contact him and hook his arms. And that way, then I know I could, if I hooked his arms, I know I'd take him down, it'd be the end of him.
Okay, Inoki's finally assumed a standing position now. Again, trying for the trip out, and he misses.
I don't like this strategy at all. I don't like this strategy at all. I guess, like I say, he figures Ali, if Ali wants to do anything, he's going to have to come down on him to try to throw some punches. But what the heck, this some ridiculous thing like this could go on all night.
It could go the distance if they just keep going like this.
I'm very puzzled so far, unless something.
You haven't the foggiest idea really what Inoki or Ali has in mind.
Whatever he has in his mind, I don't know if he's doing this to upset Ali in any way, but right now I just don't understand it.
Okay, Inoki just kicked Ali. Ali says it didn't even phase him. That's the end of round one. Could you give any kind of scoring on that one, Bruno, or would you just call that like an even round?
Well, to be honest with you, I certainly wouldn't score anything for Inoki at that point, because he didn't do anything, in my opinion, aggressive enough to score. All he did was try some trip-ups, which Ali escaped, which if you're going to give any point to, you have to give the point to Ali for the countering. So I'd give very little points to either one at this point, but if I had to give a point or two, I'd give it to Ali.
Okay, there's the bell sounding for round two. Looks like Inoki has changed his strategy somewhat. Inoki's now, no, again, Inoki is back down on his back. Inoki's just down on his back again, Bruno. At the beginning, he came out standing, looked like he was going to meet Ali face to face, and he's back in the same position again.
If he has some strategy going for him, I really don't know. At this, just like I say, I'm only judging what I'm seeing. And what I'm seeing, I'm not too impressed with right now.
He's trying to trip Ali out, and he can't do it. Ali's even clowning around at this point.
Well,
he's taking Inoki extremely lightly, I imagine, and maybe justifiably so.
Well, let's see. He's standing up now. Let's see if he seems to. I don't understand Inoki. He seems to be worried about getting hit. You don't want to get hit.
There he goes again. He's tried that maneuver about 10 times. He misses every time, and he goes in for it again.
Unless what he's doing is he's going to keep doing this to get Ali to think that this is it, this strategy for the night, and then maybe come in, fake it, and then maybe come in forward. You know what I mean? If he's got some, of course, I'm only guessing because I really haven't the slightest idea. Comes in on him.
You notice that Ali is hanging on the ropes periodically.
Well, he's playing the ropes naturally because he figures even if he does get tripped up, he wants to land anywhere near the ropes because he knows that they have to break it up at the ropes.
Like Inoki just tried some sort of a flying drop kick, and
it wasn't even a drop kick. Only one foot went. The other foot already left the ground. It wasn't what I call a real legitimate drop kick.
Inoki's on his feet again.
I'm very, very confused and puzzled so far as to what I'm saying.
It looks like Inoki now might be, no.
But he was going for that trip. He's trying to trip him to get him down. So, of course, now, remember, Inoki's kind of in an awkward position because he's really not allowed to do too much. And maybe the reason why he's doing this, maybe he wants to trip him up somehow to get him on that mat. That's the only way he can really get on him and try to pin him or do whatever he can without using any submission holds because he's not allowed to use any submission of any kind.
Okay, that's the end of round 2, and it seemed just about the same as the first round. Nobody doing much. Okay, there's the bell for round 3. Inoki on his feet, Ali on his feet. Let's see if Inoki's strategy will change anyway. Looks like Inoki's in a karate type of position.
Yeah, but he keeps going for that kicking. And you see, to me, it don't make any sense at all, because when a guy's standing up as Ali is, Ali's only about 215, 218, whatever he is. He's light. He can move on his feet. And a trip up like that, to me, is just not the move. It's not the thing to do.
By now, wouldn't you have tried, if you were planning a strategy like this, wouldn't you have tried to take Inoki, Ali down another way?
By now, first of all, I would have never used this strategy because it's the most ridiculous one I've ever seen. But certainly by now in the third round, I would have moved in on him, and I would have definitely changed. Unless he's setting him up, unless he's really keep doing it to make Ali completely defensive to this particular thing, to where then he'll change his shooting to something else. But so far, I haven't the slightest idea what the heck he could be having in mind.
And already in the third round. Not touching him with that. Looks like Ali is almost getting ready to go down on top of Inoki and try and get to him.
He keeps trying for that trip, and right now, you know what it is right now? I hate to say it, but it looks like, to me, it's a joke. But for the people to visualize a fighter against a wrestler, certainly this isn't what they'd be looking to see. To me, I'm terribly disappointed. I don't see anything. I don't see anything at all here.
No, I'm sure the people were waiting for Inoki to get in, use holds, and start taking Ali down, and nothing like that has happened yet.
Well, let's see. I guess this is the third round. There's a long ways to go.
Ali seems to be having a ball in there, really. I mean, he's...
Well, he's not going to get in trouble that way. All he has to do is stay away from the foul's trippings. And this can go on all night. Well, neither one of them is going to get hurt, but I don't see how either one of them can win either.
Okay, Inoki's up again. Let's see if he's going to try for that trip out. Yes, he does, and again he misses. Again, another time. Ali clowning, just moving his behind, strutting around the ring, giggling. Now we're really, well, Inoki almost connected with those kicks. We really want to know now if Inoki really planned any kind of strategy. Up on his feet again.
Right there, he could be rushing him real good. And
yeah, Ali in the corner.
He didn't do that.
Nothing. Okay, that's the end of round 3. Into round 4, and you know something, Bruno, between rounds, Inoki actually looks winded from laying on the mat and kicking his feet around.
I don't see I could be winded laying on the mat. You don't burn up energy the way he's doing. I don't see how either one of them could even begin to get winded. There's been no energy out yet. I mean,
well, this is what I say. He looked tired.
If they are, then I'm puzzled as to why. This is really, I don't know. Terribly disappointed so far.
Okay, now Inoki's got Ali in a corner. Ali's kicking from the top of the ropes. Inoki kicking back. Referee Jean LaBelle separating them. That's not legal, is it?
No, not on the ropes. On the ropes they got a break.
Like Ali almost slipped there. Ali's yelling at Inoki now. He's talking to him. Telling him to come in and do something. Okay, Inoki again, now up on his feet. Possibly a change coming up. No change. No connection again with that kick. Yelling, Inoki's yellow. You can actually hear Ali screaming in that ring. Okay, Inoki looks like he's going to try and stalk Muhammad Ali. Ali looks like he's ready for some action. Maybe they'll connect here, Bruno.
Huh?
Maybe they'll connect here finally. Nope. Same thing. Ali going to the ropes, kicking on the ropes, Inoki kicking back.
See, that's what I mean now. Inoki is very clear to just scoop his legs, but he never even tried it with his hands. It's ridiculous.
Ali in the corner now, thinking that he pulled off a good one. The bell ending round 4.
I think they put in rounds.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. I can't see. There's no legitimate contact of any kind of really been made or attempted to really made. I'm terribly disappointed. Very disappointed.
I think the fans by now are kind of bored and disappointed as well.
I think if this keeps up for another 5 rounds like this, if I were one of those fans, I think I'd demand the purse, the tickets price back, and I would say the commission should either make both of them get in there and throw some leather, or stop the thing and hold their purses back, because I don't think either one of them is really trying.
Well, we're between rounds, Bruno. Were you bitter that you weren't taken for this match rather than Inoki?
Well, sure, I'm a little bit bitter. I mean, who's not to keep picking on Inoki, but who's Inoki? I'm the world's heavyweight wrestling champion. Right. This is a logical match here.
Okay, round 5 has started now, and we'll see if there's any change in strategy. Again, both standing flat-footed. Ali not doing any dancing, Inoki not drop kicking or...
See, even standing up, Ali has never thrown a punch yet. And I see the trip-ups he's doing, he's not doing them with any real authority. I mean, even if he connected, I don't see where they were doing any kind of damage.
You've wrestled Inoki, you've seen Inoki.
Yes,
he's better than this, isn't he? I mean, better than this showing that he's...
I never thought he was really great or anything like that, but he's certainly better than what he's showing here, of course.
Do you think boxer versus wrestler matches, Bruno, will become commonplace?
I don't think so, and I really can't say it myself.
Hey, it looks like Inoki finally got Ali down just for a moment. I think it was more of a fan reaction.
That's the first time that I've seen any attempt. He tripped it down, and he actually did seem to try to move up to get up there.
So what you said earlier in the fight is that Inoki may be just trying to start a little late.
Yeah, maybe. He seems to be getting more aggressive now, but he's still going for the trip. Maybe what he's doing there, I don't know. Maybe if he keeps going for the strip fast, Ali's so much on the defense with that, the little change.
That's the end of round 5. Again, literally no contact made, just that one instance where Inoki caught Muhammad Ali. Ali went slightly down, grabbed onto the ropes. The fans here booing. Okay, into round 6 again. Jean LaBelle cautioning Antonio Inoki there.
No section ahead. It don't work. We'll do it to something else, then maybe try it again.
Cautioning him against kicking, I imagine.
He's still out of time, but he hasn't tried.
It looks like Inoki just cannot get Muhammad Ali down, and why he hasn't changed his strategy by now is beyond us. Finally, some contact.
Look his leg. That's it. Bring him down now.
Okay, Inoki's got Ali locked up.
If he don't beat him now, then it's the ropes.
Ali's on the ropes.
If they weren't at the ropes, he would have had him right there. But they were at the ropes.
What was that takedown exactly, Bruno?
Well, what happened? Ali clowning or what? He choked his leg. Hooking his leg was the perfect thing for Inoki, because by Ali holding his leg, had to bring him close to Inoki, and Inoki just reached down and got one of Ali's leg, which naturally brought him down to the mat.
Okay,
now, if they were in the middle of the ring, Ali would have been finished.
Looks like the referee just penalized Inoki for elbowing Ali, or
well, that's it. You see, it's so confusing because Inoki's not allowed to do anything. And I don't think he's trying to do anything illegal, but they've tied him up so bad that there's so little he can do that when he gets a hold of him, he doesn't know really too much what he can do. Maybe that's the reason why he has to keep doing this. There isn't too much of anything else he's allowed to do. Be up on my knees and I'd charge him in that corner and yank him right out and bring him out there and destroy him.
There's no way you would play a game like this, is there?
See, right here, it's a joke because he knows Inoki, he should break away because he knows they're at the ropes. Even if he did trip him up, he'll have to break it. So why waste time? That's why I don't understand the whole thing.
My opinion, I think Inoki should be drawing Ali out into center ring and just saying, come on out.
That's Inoki's main concentration is to be in the middle of the ring. Ali, I don't blame him for working the ropes, but Inoki should concentrate all the time in the middle of the ring because if he gets him down, that's the only place where he can get him. Anywhere near the ropes,
Ali is so used to, all right, that's the end of round 6. Ali seems so used to Inoki just dropping down on the floor, and it's like the same thing every single round.
What round is this?
That was round 6. We're going into round 7. Okay, round 7 beginning now. And let's see if there's any change here. So far, we've only had contact once.
Ali has not thrown a punch yet. Do you know that?
Yeah, we've seen that also, Bruno.
Well, neither one of them. I mean, as far as Inoki, he's doing the same repetitious trip-ups which have failed. And even standing up, Ali has yet to come in once and try to throw a jab. So I'd say, for effort, I'd give them both a big 0.
A lot of people wonder that after Muhammad Ali retires from boxing, if he's going to go into professional wrestling.
To do what?
To wrestle, train and become a wrestler. What would your reaction be to that?
I'd say it'd make a good second to take the towels to the guys in the corner and maybe take their jackets, take them back to the dressing room. He might fit at that, but as far as going to the ring, that fragile body of his, once he mixed up in that ring, he'd make as good a wrestler as I would make an opera singer.
Okay.
Jab. 7th round, it's the first jab Ali has thrown. In 7 rounds, he's thrown a jab.
Okay, Inoki's got him down. Ali gets up very quickly.
So he got him down, but you see, that's why I don't like a trip up like that. Okay, he tripped him down, but he couldn't hook him in any way, so what good did that trip up do?
It's only good if they're going to judge this on points, I guess. Ali made a very quick recovery, though. Got up immediately. Fans in Japan starting to yell for Ali.
See, now at the corner, for example, he keeps pursuing this corner for what? He can't do anything, boy. It's got to be broken up. That's it. Get him in the middle. Now he's using his head in that sense, at least to get him in.
Okay, Inoki tried again for a trip out. Nothing again. Ali kicking Inoki. Ali's holding the ropes, though. Ali dancing around the ring now. Looks like Inoki is loosening up a little bit. That's the end of round 7.
His legs. Not sure. How can they do that?
Oil on Muhammad Ali's legs.
Oiling his legs, so when the guy trips him, actually he slides right off. Not only have they got Inoki, I mean, Inoki's strategy looks very stupid. But again, what is he allowed to do? There's nothing that he's allowed to do, and now they're even oiling the guy's body to where even his leg trips are hard to do because just slide right off.
Okay, going into round 8 now. Little altercation going on here. Dundee says there's an open eyelid on Antonio Inoki's shoe. He's afraid that he's going to kick with it.
What's he got on his shoe?
An open eyelid. The shoelaces aren't tied all the way. Beginning of round 8. He's now telling Inoki to come on in. He was trying to grab Inoki's legs there.
I don't know. It's Inoki all night, but what credit are you going to give Ali? They're both standing up. Why isn't he making any efforts in trying to come in and throw some punches? He's supposed to try and do some scoring too. This guy here, his style, I don't understand at all. All these trip-ups which aren't working at all. But he's standing on his feet, but Ali is making no attempts at all to come in on him either. So for effort, I'd have to give them both a big 0. I sincerely think that both of these two guys, if they keep it up like this, they should both be arrested and be stripped of their licenses even. One is arrested, the other one is a fighter.
This would completely kill you against Ali. Nobody will come and see that.
It's ridiculous. This jab keeps going for this leg trip, which is useful. But now on their toes, Ali has thrown 1 jab in 8 runs. In 8 runs, 1 jab on their feet. So the jab keeps failing in the same stupid strategy that he has. And Ali standing up, all he's doing is trying to stay away from these leg trips, but he's not making no effort to throw a punch either.
Seems a very easy way for a $6 million purse.
Yeah, it seems like they're both doing their best to stay away from each other.
Okay, starting round 9.
Might be ahead. He may be ahead because he's trying something, even though he's failing at it. The other guy on the other end isn't trying at all. But what's really distasteful to me about this whole thing is Ali does not have his title up, and of course the other guy has no title. So this could go on for the full 15 rounds. Ali ain't got him. All Ali's doing is staying out of trouble. He ain't throwing any punches. He's just keeping his distance.
Neither has got anything to lose.
You know, and that's what's bad. That's what is very bad, and that's why so far it's a disaster. So if they're not, if either one of them is winning on points, so what does it mean to the other one? It's
absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that's it. It's not going to endanger Ali's title in any way. And all Ali wants, he doesn't want to get hurt, so why should he mix it? So he's just jumping around, staying away from those leg trips.
Ali's dancing a little bit now.
And all Ali's doing is dancing away, moving away. He won't even come in and make an effort to throw a punch. So you see, as much as I resent the Japanese Inoki style, which I think is putrid so far, but you have to say that Ali, you have to give him, he's just as putrid in the sense that all he's doing is strictly in the defensive, staying away, killing time, and not even making any effort. He's afraid to come in and take a chance and throw a few punches because he might get caught.
Bell rings, round 10. It looks like Ali is trying to throw something. Okay, we finally have some contact here in round 10.
Yeah, but you see they're at the ropes. If they were in the middle of the ring, as soon as they make that kind of contact, it'll be the end of Ali. But in the ropes, see, Ali's going to play the ropes and then have to break it. So you can't go anywhere with it.
Okay, round 11. Ali now has him in a toe hold. There's nothing. He's dragging Inoki, twisting his foot. Inoki's doing absolutely nothing. 12 coming up, same thing in round 11. Round 12, same strategy so far. What do you suggest happen if this thing has to go to a decision?
You know what I would suggest? I would suggest that whoever guaranteed the monies would hold both of their purses. I would not pay either one of these two guys for tonight's efforts. I sincerely would not. And as far as wrestling, because I don't know too much about the boxing, I would suspend Inoki's license. I definitely would. I'd give that guy a 1-year suspension and a big fine, $15,000 fine. And as far as Ali, I don't know the rules in boxing, but he's not making any efforts at all either. All he's doing is killing time to go to 15 rounds. He's not making any efforts to come in and throw punches because you don't want to take chances in throwing punches and maybe getting hooked either. All he's doing is coasting 15 rounds. So the Jap is using the dumbest strategy in the world, and Ali is taking advantage of the clowning and the runaround to kill the 15 rounds. As far as the decision, make a lot of money, and who gives a damn about the decision? There's no title involved.
Okay, round 13 coming up. Try to get in on Ali here in round 13, but again, Ali's on the ropes. Inoki has to break. Contact again, but Ali grabbed the rope here. Suggests a preliminary 5 count on the ropes. And that the guy can be warned to break, but doesn't have to break for 5 seconds. Ali says that Inoki tried to kick him in the groin round 13 here, and Ali's hesitant to go back. Kicking now from a standing position. Ali throws the 3rd punch in 13th round. There's another one. Bruno?
Yeah, 4 punches in 13 rounds, whatever it is. That's a lot of punching.
Round 13. Penalized, I believe, 2 falls. Round 14 coming up now. 14th round, absolutely nothing again. Going into the final round. This is it. This is the 15th round, so let's go to it.
Unless by a miracle something happens right now in this round, I think it's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. The Jap is going through the whole 15 rounds without changing his strategy. He keeps going for that leg dive thing. When he is up on his feet, Ali has thrown 4 jabs in the 15th round, which tells 2 things. It's very ineffective. And Ali's, the whole strategy in this thing is stay away, last 15 rounds and get a lot of money for it. And there's no, and if that were me, I would hold both of their purses. I wouldn't pay neither one of them, and I would give a suspension to both of them because they are cheating the public tonight in this match. And I mean that sincerely.
Okay. Ali now telling Inoki, come on and fight. Staying on the ropes again. Yep. Inoki trying to grab Ali's legs, Ali moving. Inoki trying that trip out again. He's tried it so far for 15 rounds. The same move and absolutely nothing. Inoki telling Ali to come out in the middle of the ring. Trying to dive at Ali, Ali moving back. Again, the trip out and absolutely nothing. Probably about a minute left in the round. They just announced this is something you've never seen before and you probably will never see again.
Huh?
They just announced this is something you've never seen before and you probably will never see again.
Well, I don't blame you. Look what you done, huh?
Absolutely no action here. Inoki tries to dive again. He knows now it's the last round. That's it. Fans standing up and booing.
I would arrest them both. It's the most disgusting, I can't even find the word what I think it is. But you can quote me as saying that Ali and Inoki should both be barred from the ring again. They shouldn't receive a quarter. Either one of them, both of their purse should be held back, and they should both be suspended and fined heavily. Both of them.
Okay, thank you, Bruno.